Okay, let's get started. And we can begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. Might be nice to pull the flesh of the buttocks back behind the sit bones, connecting the bones a little bit more with the earth, but also it actually changes the posture a little bit. Makes it easier to sit upright. We can place the palms down on the thighs and take a nice long inhale, pressing down with the palms, lifting up through the spine, and then keeping the spine lifted. Just relax the shoulders down, release the hands. If you're comfortable doing so, please close your eyes. Just take a moment to check in with the physical body. There are the neutral sensations of contact, maybe unpleasant sensations, maybe places that feel quite nice. Just check in. Then take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Check in with the mental body, becoming aware of the kinds of thoughts that may be here. What does your mind gravitate toward in this moment? And then inhale through the nose, let it fall out of the mouth. And check in with the emotional body. That might have a physical component, might have a mental component. See if you can connect distinctly with whatever emotions or moods might be here right now. And then another falling out breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then finally check in with the energetic body, this more elusive, but at times quite powerful experience. Some people might experience it also as a spiritual component. What's the energy in the body like now? And then we'll take a falling out breath. Coming into that place where all aspects of ourselves are included. Feeling the whole body, whole experience of this moment. And setting an intention for your practice based on everything that you've just observed. And then deepening the breath, elongating the spine, breathing belly, ribs, chest. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling the hands down to the ground behind you. Pressing into the hands, lifting the chest. You can lift your hips if you want as well. And then exhale, lower down and fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way up. Arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground behind you, lifting the chest and the gaze. Perhaps the hips come up too. Exhale down and over. Inhale up, stretching long. And then just continue like this, following your own breath. Clearly, it takes longer to do the second half of this sequence, the lifting and the folding. So see if you can challenge your breath to just inhale and just exhale. One breath for the entire movement. And the next time you come into the position where your heart is lifted, and for some of you, maybe your hips are also lifted, stay there. You don't need to go there right now. Just continue with the flow. And then when you get there, just stay there. And if you're not able to comfortably have your head back, just drop your chin to your chest. If your hips are lifted, you can try pressing down into the bottoms of your feet to get your hips to lift a little bit more and maybe your chest a little bit more. Even if your hips are down, you can try to maybe press into your hands to get your back ribs to come up higher, and your heart to open and lift a little more. 2 more long breaths here. And then after your 2 breaths, you can come back down, folding forward. And really try to relax. Relax the arms, relax the head, the belly, the face, and the mind. Creating a deliberate, slow, deep breath. Let the mind track the breath. That helps the mind and it helps the breath. On your next inhale, roll yourself up, reach the arms up, and then exhale the arms straight down, just letting the body feel the stillness for a moment. Staying connected to breath. Notice which way the legs are crossed, which one is in front or on top, and then release the legs. Shake them out. And then cross them again with the opposite leg in front or on top. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm down, coming over to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm down, over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale down. Continue like that. The next time you come down to the left, stay there. And then let The left elbow bends so that the left shoulder can come down away from the ear. Push into the left hand to sink the right buttock. Reach out of the right hand. Lengthen the breath so that it comes all the way up to the right collarbone. And then fold over that left knee. Maintain pressure in your left hand to keep the right sit bone back and down. And then reach out through the right hand and breathe along the diagonal. Use all the space inside you that you have to fill with breath. And then on an inhale, roll up, reach up. Exhale over to the other side. Drop the elbow and the shoulder. Reach out of the arm. And push into the right hand and sink the left sit bone. If you can gaze up comfortably, that helps kind of open the body a little more. And then fold over that right leg. Press into the right hand, sending the left hip back, reaching out of the left arm. So it's as though the left sit bone and the left hand are moving away from each other, and that the breath is trying to span the distance between the two. And inhale, roll up, reach up. Exhale the arms down, resting in the stillness. And then flip over your feet onto hands and knees. And we'll have a few options. Those who want a gentler practice, you can come into cow and cat. Those who want to work a little bit more can come into cobra and mecha, or cobra and downward dog, or to work even more, upward dog, downward dog, or even more, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Your choice. Just see what's going to work for your body. Align it with the intention that you set for yourself. And if you're in any variation where your knees are not on the ground, Bring the knees to the ground. Good. We'll drop the hips forward so that we're all in a modified plank. So you don't want to kind of slack down and you don't want to lift up. You want to try to be straight from your knees to your shoulders. And then we'll do some practice chaturangas in the modified plank. So your hands are under your shoulders, so it's not like a push-up where your hands are wide. They're right under your shoulders, and also not like a push-up. Your elbows don't go out to the side. They go straight back, hugging alongside your ribs. Lower down, don't touch down, and then push back up. Good. So you don't want your buttocks to come up. You want to stay in a plank position and just go down and up and down and up and down and up. Okay, last one. Excellent. Okay. And then we'll just stretch those shoulders out, walking the arms forward, dropping the chest, coming onto the chin if you can, or the cheek. If you're on one cheek, switch to the other one. Relax your back down toward the ground. If you're on a cheek, come back to center, and then we'll all lift and come down onto the belly. Send the right arm forward and reach the left hand back for the left foot. Now, before you do anything else, just take a breath, and when you exhale, feel how your body can sink into the ground. And then deliberately ground through your pelvis, drawing your tailbone down toward the floor. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, kick your left foot into your hand, lifting the left thigh off the ground. And then you have some options. You can also lift the right leg off the ground, and you can lift the right arm off the ground. Mostly try to just breathe slowly and deeply. If your hand or leg or both are lifted, reach back through the toes and forward through the fingers. And release down. Release the arm, bring it forward. Inhale, exhale out of the mouth. Reach the right hand back for the foot or the ankle. Exhale and sink your pelvis down. Press your tailbone down. And then inhale and kick up and back with the right foot. Lifting the chest, the eyes, and then the back leg and the front arm, optionally, either or both or neither. It's okay to make the pose restful. Listen to your body. Listen to your intention. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable, and really connect with the breath. And release down. Let's rest the forehead on stacked hands. Press the heels out. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. And then bend both knees. Reach the hands back for both feet or ankles, or if you don't reach the feet, maybe you have a strap handy, or you can grab your pant legs. And then press the tailbone down, roll the shoulders back and in toward each other. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, kick the feet up and back. Beautiful. Release down. Stack the forehead on the hand. Rest the forehead on stacked hands. One more time. Inhale through the nose, falling out breath. And then move the hands so that they're under the shoulders. And then you can either press back into Mecha Pose to counter stretch the back, or come into downward dog. Just see which is going to work better for you. If you're in downward dog, roll the shoulders down your back. If you're not in downward dog, join us there now. Press forward with the fingers, back through the hips, back through the thighs, down through the heels. Then lift the left leg up and flex the foot. And see if you can press into the hands enough to lower that right heel even more. And at the same time, lift the left heel even more without elevating the left hip. And then we're going to lower the hips coming into a plank, keeping that leg off the ground. If you want to work harder, come and bring that left knee up to the elbow, or just leave it back there. Good. If you're not able to stay in plank, you can always come into modified plank. Let's bend that left knee and just circle it around a few times in the hip socket. And then the other way. And then kick it back up, back into your three-legged downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Keep the back heel off the ground, coming all the way up. Bend deeply into the front knee. And clasp your hands behind your back and roll your shoulder blades in toward each other. And just as you're pressing back with your right heel, press forward with your tailbone. And back through your knuckles. And forward through your chest. Step your back foot in just a little bit till the heel can come down. Take a breath and then fold forward, lifting your clasped hands behind you, dropping your chest toward your thigh and your head toward the ground. Pull your left hip back and aim your right hip forward. Exhale out of the mouth and sink. Bend your front knee, release your hands. Roll yourself up. Take the arms out to the side, inhale. Exhale, turn to your left. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Look back at your left hand. Inhale and reach out of both hands. Exhale, roll your belly to the left. Standing twist. Bring your gaze back to the front hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach forward, come down, bringing that right hand either on top of the left foot to the inside of the foot or the hardest to the outside of the foot. Good. And then roll your ribs under you and up to the left. Send your gaze up to your left thumb. Breathe length into your spine. On the exhale, pull your belly in and up and to the left. Bring the hands down to the ground, bending that front knee. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back, come into plank. And let's see if we can do any Chaturangas in full plank. Let's just try one. Bending the elbows, lowering down, hovering over the floor and hold, 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 hold. Good. And then inhale, push into cobra or upward dog. Upward dog, the knees are off the ground. Exhale, downward dog. Nice. Sink the chest, roll the shoulders down the back, press forward into the hands. Establish your slow rhythmic breathing and take the right leg up, flexing the foot, pressing into the hands to send weight into your left heel and simultaneously lifting your right heel. And then lower the hips, coming into plank with that right leg off the ground. You can come into modified plank on your left knee if that's better for your body. You can bring that right knee up to your right elbow if you like that extra challenge. And then we'll all bend that right knee and circle the leg around in the hip a couple of times. And then the other direction. And then send the leg up, look forward, inhale, exhale, step the foot up between your hands. Lift yourself up, clasp your hands in your less natural, less habitual cross. Opposite thumb on the outside. Roll the shoulders back and the shoulder blades in. Lower down so that knee is bent nice and deep, but the back leg stays really straight, and you strain it even more by pushing back through your back heel, and then tuck the tailbone under. Lift the arms, breathe across the chest. What is the capacity of your heart to expand? Can you help it grow with more breath? Step the back foot forward a bit, enough so that the heel can come down with the front leg straight. Take a breath in and exhale, fold forward, coming into a pyramid pose with the arms in Yoga Mudra. Scooping the belly in. On your next exhale, exhale out of the mouth and sink over your leg. Left hip comes forward, back hip goes back. And bend that front knee. Come up. Take the arms out to the side. Straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the right. Looking back at your right hand. Squeeze the inner thighs together. When you exhale, roll your navel to the right. As you inhale, expand across from hand to hand. Feet firm, legs engaged. Then bring your head back around to the front, take a breath. Reach forward and bring that left hand down to the floor, to the foot, to the leg, to the inside, to the outside, wherever your body finds the posture. Revolve triangle pose. And then on an inhale, straighten the spine as best as you can. And as you exhale, roll those left ribs under, pull the navel up and to the right. And if you can, gaze up to your upraised hand. And bend the knee, bring the hands down. Step your back foot back some more. Step your right foot back, coming back into plank. Lower into Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale, Downward Dog. Just a few final breaths here in Downward Dog. And notice what your intention is. Are you trying to perfect the pose? Are you trying to see how your breath feels? Are you trying to clear your mind? What are you aiming toward in this moment within the pose? Or are you just kind of going through the motions, thinking about what you have to do later? That's fine too. Just be aware of what's going on. No judging, just connecting with the experience as it is. Okay, then let's walk the hands back to the feet. Letting the hips come a little bit back behind the heels. So there's a little bit of an angle in the legs. And then lay your body over. So notice how this feels different than lining the hips over the feet, but rather having the hips behind the feet and forward. Then we'll clasp the hands behind the back of the head and just pull down slightly with the hands. And then aim the elbows back behind you. Press down into the feet. Lift the belly in and out. And let's take a falling out breath. Feel free to do more if it serves you. And release the hands, soften the knees, roll yourself up, reaching the arms up. And exhaling down. Just stand for a moment, closing the eyes if that's feels okay to you. Feeling the feet on the ground. Feeling the breath in the body. And lift the toes and spread them wide, lower back down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale and bring it to the right side of the head, dropping the left ear down, and then shifting weight into the left foot. Gazing at one spot in front of you, focusing on your steady breath, lift the right foot and bring it into the right hand. And then start to kick the foot down. Keep the spine lifting up so it feels like your heart center and your right foot are moving in opposite directions. Release the right foot, bring the hand to the other side of the head and lift the head up. Relax the hand, close the eyes. Are you able to connect more with your breath, less with your breath, or the same when you're still versus more challenged? Lift the toes and spread them wide, lower them back down. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the hand over to the left side of the head, and then drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Looking at a spot ahead of you. It's not necessarily straight ahead. You might be off to the left a little. To see where your eyes want to lock in. Your mind lock in on your breath. And then lift your left foot into your left hand. And start to kick down while simultaneously lifting up the chest. Let that right elbow be heavy. Breath slow and steady. Release the foot. Bring the hand over to the other side of the head. Lift the head up. Relax the arm down. Take a breath in through the nose and let it out of the mouth. Just stand in stillness for a moment. Then step the legs wider apart. Have the toes wider than the heels. Bend deeply into the knees. Take the arms out and then bend the elbows so that you have cactus arms. They're right angles. They're not here. The elbows are at the height of the shoulders and the hands are over the elbows. Sinking the tailbone. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. Holding in goddess pose. Good. So see if your butt is kind of stuck out behind you, and instead let the tailbone kind of sink down. Imagine a pendulum hanging from your tailbone toward the floor. The shoulders continue to sink down. Challenge yourself if you want by lifting your heels off the ground. If you've lifted your heels and you want more of a challenge, close your eyes. If your heels are lifted, lower them down. And then we're gonna start to breathe more rapidly and twist. The knees don't need to be quite as deeply bent here. So if your legs are tired, you can straighten them more. And if you wanna keep building strength in your thighs, stay low. We're gonna exhale and twist, inhale through center, exhale and twist, and it's really fast. Let your eyes wrap all the way around behind you. Inhale, step center, lift your arms up. Take steeple mudra, index fingers extended, rest of the fingers interlaced. Hold your breath. Hold your breath, hold it as long as you can. Pull up from the perineum, lifting up from the very base of the spine, lifting up from the pelvic floor, lifting up through the navel, lifting up from the diaphragm, lifting up through the chin and the throat and the tongue and the eyes, holding the breath, pushing everything up as though you're pressing that held breath up toward your fingertips. When you need to exhale, release everything down and fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your head down. Inhale, come all the way up. Lift the arms. Take a breath in. Come back into steeple mudra. Hold your breath. And lift up internally, like there's a zipper from your tailbone to your fingertips that you're pulling up. Holding, holding, holding. Whenever you need to exhale, just release the arms down. Maybe closing the eyes and notice how that has made you feel. Then we'll bring the hands by the shoulders with light fists. And as we inhale, we'll reach up and straighten the hands. Exhale, come back down. And again, it's a rapid breath. And you want to go as fast as you can without losing the rhythm. It's kind of easy to get uncoordinated. So just make sure that you're inhaling up and exhaling down. Staccato breath. And inhale, hold the breath, make fists, press the fists together. Here at your solar plexus, press the fists, holding the breath, holding, 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 squeezing in and up from the base of the spine, all the way up through the midline. And of course, releasing when you need to exhale. Let's just roll the shoulders a few times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart, bending deeply in the Knees, lifting the heels off the ground, lowering, lowering, lowering. And then bring the hands to the ground. Walk the hands forward and try to send your sit bones back, stretching out the spine, relaxing the head forward, kind of gripping your fingertips to the floor in front of you and using that as leverage to send your sit bones back and down. And then lower your buttocks to the ground. Lift your feet. Either hold on to the backs of your legs or extend your arms forward or extend them up, or maybe even straighten your legs. Lift your heart. Keep your head neutral. And then lower halfway down and then back up and down and up. If you want an easier version, just have your feet on the ground and just go down and up. And then come all the way down onto your back. Send both legs straight up in the air. Hands resting on the ground. Make big circles with your legs, or little ones if that's more in line with what you need today. The next time the legs come up, reverse directions. The next time the legs come up, hold them there and open the legs wide out to the side, flexing the feet, using your hands to deepen the opening. So that may be resting them on top of the thighs. It may be supporting from below. Press out through the heels. Breathe deep. Then lift the legs back up. Hug the knees to the chest. And we're going to come into a plow pose. If you have neck issues and you're not able to come into plow, you can stay like this with your knees to your chest, or you can come into a bridge pose. So the plow pose is like shoulder stand. We rock on the spine to get momentum. And then we kick the legs all the way over toward the floor behind us, supporting our back with our hands. Now, some people will be able to touch their toes to the floor if that's you, but only if that's you. Then you can interlace your fingers to help roll your shoulders under you even more. Now, if your feet are hanging in the air, please don't do that. Continue to support your back with your hands, but you can also try to roll your shoulders under you some more. Flex your feet and reach back through the heels. And then bend your knees alongside your ears. And slowly lower your spine down to the ground. Legs up in the air, hands under your hips, lowering your legs, pointing and flexing your feet. Once your legs have come down, you can bend your knees and plant your feet and release your hands. And lift your tailbone and tuck under. Release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. We'll all extend the arms out away from the body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. In through the nose, out to the mouth, releasing the jaw, parting the lips, softening the face. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, washing away the activity of the mind. Feeling your mind becoming focused and centered on your breath. And then releasing any effort to breathe. Allowing breath to just happen. Letting your mind rest in the feeling of each breath coming and going, wherever and however that may be. Continuing to bring your mind back to the breath, deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart, your fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath and stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side, feeling the ground, massaging your back. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll over onto either side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body in the ground. And call your intention. Notice the ways you might have fed your intention. Ways perhaps the intention fed you. And when you're ready, slowly come up, letting your head come up last, sitting in any comfortable seated position. Rounding down through the buttocks, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Chin to the chest. Namaste.